special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
right, good afternoon, everyone. You may be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Carmen Phillips, and I am the proud assistant principal at Cleveland School of Architecture and Design. It is my honor to welcome the board members, the CEO, fellow podium guests, principals, administrators, families, friends, and supporters to the Cleveland School of Architecture and Design's 2025 commencement. We invite you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Class President Michael Douglas.
They ready? Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing as Kalia Gill will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, we wish to welcome to the podium CEO Dr. Warren Morgan II.
All right, good evening, everyone. Let's give a round of applause for our 2025 John Hay Architecture and Design students. Oh, man. I know that for many of you, this has been a day that you've been waiting for, and we're so proud of our graduates. Now, graduates, you just heard your village give you a round of applause. I want you to give your parents, friends, your staff members, your principal, give them a round of applause, because without them, you would not be here. So I want to recognize the accomplishments of our 2025 graduates. And so graduates, I'm gonna read some things, and if it pertains to you, I want you to stand. So if you're in this class of 2025, and you will be attending a 2 or 4 year college or university in the fall, please stand. You may be seated. If you are in this class and you will be going to trade school or doing some career tech training after high school, please stand. You may be seated. Now, if you're one of the graduates that are a Say Yes scholar and you're wearing one of these blue cords, please stand to be recognized. Now stay standing, say yes, scholars. If you stay standing, if you're a say yes scholar, stay standing. Now, if you are in this class and received any scholarship to go to college or next step, please join them in standing. This is money for the future. All right, you may be seated. If you're in this class and will be going into the armed forces next, please stand. See these young ladies stepping up, leading and serving. We're proud of you. And then if you're in this class and you will be joining the workforce after high school, please stand. Oh, with that beautiful voice, I think I know what you're going to be doing, so yeah. All right, you may be seated. Great. So as you can see, our class of 2025 has a bright future ahead of them. We have 67 graduates in this class, and we're so proud of each of them. Now, graduates, this is an evening of excitement, but before we get the evening ceremony started, I want to ask you a question that was once posed by the great literary scholar and also Cleveland Public School alum, Langston Hughes. He posed this question in his infamous poem called Harlem. He asked, "What happens to a dream deferred?" See, in Langston Hughes' time, Harlem was a place of hope, of aspirations for the young black scholar. It was a place where dreams and opportunities were fulfilled. But as Mr. Hughes explores in this poem, if you don't go after your dreams, if you don't have a plan for the future, your dreams can dry up like a raisin in the sun. Graduates, I want you to understand that each of you have a destiny. You are destined for greatness. So do not allow setbacks, self-doubt, or negative people deter you from your dreams. There are times you will have challenges. There are times people will not like you and you will not know why. But I want you to shake those haters off and you keep going after your dreams because you have so much to be proud for and that you're going after. I want you to speak positive affirmations into your life. Say you are smart, you are beautiful, you are determined, you deserve to be here, you have faith that can move mountains, you are more than enough, and your failures always lead to lessons learned and success. Graduates, the sky's the limit. So dream big, work hard, and never give up. After all, Michael Jordan was initially cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey was once fired from one of her TV jobs. And if you look at me and you think I have it together as your CEO, I was once told by one of my college professors that I had no substance and I didn't belong in college. But if I allowed those negative words to be true for me, I wouldn't be standing here as your CEO today. So I want to leave you with a poem. Each year, I give a poem to the graduating class, and this year's poem is called "The Person Who Thinks They Can," and it's by Walter D. Wintle. And it says, "If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you would like to win but think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're already lost. For out in the world we find the success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You have to think high to rise. You have to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster woman or man. But soon or late, the person who wins is the person who thinks they can." Congratulations, class of 2025. We're so proud of you. Make us proud.
Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Case. I'm the school counselor at Cleveland School of Architecture and Design, and it is my honor to recognize some of the specific accomplishments of our scholars. Please stand to be recognized if you are a top 10 graduate in the class of 2025 and are wearing a gold cord. Our Valedictorian and Salutatorian, who are wearing their respective stoles. Students who participated in ACE, who are wearing orange cords. members of the National Honor Society who are wearing blue stoles. Students who earned an industry-recognized credential who are wearing red cords. Students who earned a college-ready SAT score and/or earned 12 or more college credits and are wearing tri-colored cords. Students who have completed the Top Scholars Program and are wearing gold and purple stoles. Students who have completed the Ohio State University Young Scholars Program. Students who have earned an associate's degree. Students who have earned the seal of biliteracy. Congratulations to all of you, to all of our exceptional students. Next, I'd like to invite Mrs. Leslie Perry Hanley to the podium to read a special poem for the class of 2025.
Good afternoon, everyone. Class of 2025, this was written especially for you. It's called Don't Be Afraid. Don't be afraid to excel and be great. Don't be afraid to step outside the gate. Don't be afraid to be exactly who you are. Don't be afraid to move and go far. Don't be afraid to ask questions and speak out. Don't be afraid to take the less traveled route. Don't be afraid to speak up for those in need. Don't be afraid to plant your own seed. Don't be afraid to set the world on fire. Don't be afraid to uncross some wires. Don't be afraid to share what you've learned. Don't be afraid to give what you've earned. Don't be afraid when things don't seem fair. Don't be afraid to cry or to care. Don't be afraid to speak your own truth. Don't be afraid to live out your youth. Don't be afraid to admit when you're wrong. Don't be afraid when you don't feel that strong. Don't be afraid when life gets too tough. Don't be afraid to say you've had enough. Don't be afraid to question or ask. Don't be afraid to finish a difficult task. Don't be afraid to laugh or to love. And don't be afraid to get help from above. Don't be afraid to mess up or to fail. Don't be afraid to blaze your own trail. Don't be afraid to pardon and forgive, but please, most of all, don't be afraid to live. I love you all. Congratulations. I would now like to ask the class of 2025 class president, Michael Douglas, to come to the podium.
Good afternoon, guests, faculty, and graduates. My name is Michael Douglas, and I served as the class president from the years of 2023 to 2025. High school was an experience, to say the least, but all in all, high school taught me and my peers a lot. From managing extracurricular activities to ensuring that homework doesn't pile up, from wanting to be at UC, University Circle, for those of you who don't know, after school every day, to wanting to be at home by noon. From green, black, and yellow polo shirts to green cap and gowns. There's so much more to name and speak on, but I won't go down that long list. As I sat here deciding on what to say in this speech, I started to overthink and restarted, deleted, and even erased stuff. back and forth. A part of me wanted to have the perfect speech, but as I've been told throughout life, no one's perfect, which to me means everyone with the exception of me, of course. I'm kidding, maybe. I want this class specifically to be reminded of my leading nature, creativity, and the passion I have for this position. Even though this speech includes a lot of I, me, and my statements, there would have been no enjoyable experience without my class. As much as they got on my nerves for different reasons, I can say that the endless cookouts, incentive field trips, homecoming dances, hype-filled pep rallies, and even their input on how to make our senior year more intriguing contributed to our last year together as high schoolers. The transition of being a timid freshman to being a senior who's waiting for graduation is an unexplainable feeling, but finally, that time has come. As much as my classmates kept me entertained throughout these long 4 years, there were adults who had just as much of an impact as my peers. Okay. Ms. Green is our art teacher who has many more talents. She took me on my first airplane ride and across the world to not only Italy, but Spain and Greece as well. Ms. Green introduced these world travel trips for A&D students to partake in during spring break of 2021. And I've been to every single one that she's launched. This is one of the many things that she's done for not only me, but other students. She's truthfully a mother, role model, and has such an uplifting spirit. Thank you for allowing me to travel to 3 different countries and always being there as a mother figure in the schoolhouse. Mrs. Perry Henley is a favorite amongst everyone, and not just because she has great style, but because she's also a mother figure who taught me that being remembered for the things that you do are important, but you would rather be remembered for the way that you treated others. She's helped me realize that sometimes it's best to be silent or even talk things out with one another because some things are truly misunderstandings. Last but not least, my mother is to thank for always being in my corner and supporting me through everything I do. I am confident, independent, strong-willed, full of life, a leader, determined, and unique, all because of her. There aren't enough words or speeches that I could give to show my appreciation and love for everything she does. I'll miss the art-filled hallways, telling the boys' sports teams that I wouldn't cheer for them anymore if they continued to give up. Ms. Lee telling students how they should have been in class and won't begin a late pass. Ms. Utley saying suns out, buns out for the first 4 months of school. Seeing Mrs. Case in the hallway and having that overwhelming feeling because you just know that you haven't submitted your college applications yet. Or even Jubai or Howry cracking a joke on anyone they see, possibly even Ms. King's sarcastic and witty humor. This may be goodbye to high school, but as we embark on these next steps of life, we're starting new chapters in our books. I can't wait to see the tremendous things our class does in the near future. Congratulations to America's largest graduating class in history. We made it. Okay. Next, I'd like to invite our class of 2025 salutatorian, Mr. Eric Williams, to the podium.
So the first thing I want to say is thank you all to everybody who made it to come out here. I know it might have been difficult, but it means a lot. So I want to start this off by saying exactly 1,400 days ago, we entered this building for the first time as high school students. These last 4 years for me have been a lesson in humility, but today stands to affirm the resilience, character, and fortitude of every person that I have the honor of sharing this stage with today. As I reflected on my time here at John Hay while writing this speech, one lesson had become eminently clear. Greater than any teaching in English, science, or in math is in the importance of community. It is reassuring to come to realize that no matter where you have been, where you are, or where you go, the people will be the best part. This community of Fairfax and the people of architecture and design have given me an improbable hope for the future and in the possibilities of this nation. One thing is for certain, this is an unprecedented moment in history to be making the transition into adulthood, though. Today, in our country, we are seeing an abandonment of our founding principles, attacks on civil rights, and the dehumanization of immigrants. We are seeing immense greed of corporations, exacerbated wealth inequality, and blatant corruption in our federal government. Tensions continue to rise in the Middle East, in Asia, and in Eastern Europe. The war on science, culture, education, history, and intellectualism continues to hinder America from fully living up to the promises of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The guarantee, thank you, the guarantee that all men are created equal with certain unalienable rights. Do not be naive. The system is not broken, rather it is working exactly how it was intended to. As a collective, we cannot be fooled into thinking that these issues will magically solve themselves if we bury our heads in the sand, if we say that it is somebody else's problem to fix, not ours. My question for my peers here today as we prepare to embark on our journey into adulthood is not what this community can do for you, but what can you do for this community? It is communities like this one that make our country great, that make our school great. And I want to say thank you to them all. But most importantly, will we be able to say in 10, 20, or even 50 years that we did our due diligence and passed the torches of opportunity to future generations? Will we be able to say that we rebuilt the bridges of prosperity that have been burned down by past ones? It is super important to know our founding fathers crafted a democratic republic that has sustained itself this far, but we have more work to do, and it starts with communities just like this one. Class of 2025, we are ready. Thank you all, congratulations to you all, and may God bless you all. With that being said, I'd like to welcome to the podium our valedictorian for the class of 2025, Miss Morgan Lee Overby.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Hi. I'm going to begin by saying congratulations to the John Hay Architecture and Design graduating class of 2025. I'd like to thank the audience members for being here today and supporting the students on the stage in so many ways over the past 4 years. A huge thank you to the amazing faculty and educators who've taught us more than just the coursework. A personal shout out to my family, who are my motivation to get to where I am right now, and God, whose love and grace have been the one constant. As I sat down to figure out what to say on this stage, I realized I had already written it down. Since freshman year, I've been keeping a journal, and as I read through it, I realized these were the moments I wanted to highlight. On June 15th, 2021, I wrote, "Today was summer orientation. We were told that the best thing about this school was that it felt like a family. However, I'm sure that's just something they tell us to trap us here." I was wrong. But I started freshman year naive, unsure of what to expect from one single year, let alone the next 4. Hopeful yet terrified, and rightfully so. The transition into high school was scary, but I got through it. We all did. On July 22nd, 2022, I wrote, "I wonder where I would be if Ms. Green had never played Hamilton in her room. I can't believe I didn't know about this before. I think this is going to be my new personality trait." It definitely was. Sophomore year was the year for exploration of not only myself, but also for the nearby creek in which I definitely fell in on more than one occasion. I began learning what I enjoyed, what future I saw for myself, and who I was becoming. On September 30th, 2023, I wrote, "It's so weird how quickly things can change. How you can almost see everything moving forward while still feeling stuck in the same place. Growing up is terrifying." Junior year was the scariest year for me. It is the year you realize it's almost over. As soon as the first day is over, you officially have more days of high school behind you than ahead of you. You've established yourself, but change is looming overhead. Lastly, on May 20th, 2025, I said, High school can only be described as a roller coaster ride, but it is one I will cherish. At the beginning of this year, I was unsure of everything to come, but a part of being ready is proving to yourself that you are. This is senior year, where it all becomes real. Soon you'll be embarking onto the next chapter of your life, and if there is anything we've learned, it is that the chapters go by quickly. These small pieces of this journal perfectly encapsulated my high school experience. I went from questioning whether I wanted to graduate in a green gown, because before A&D I didn't believe green was my color, to dreading the moment I'll have to take it off. I'm so incredibly grateful for these 4 years, but I'd like to focus on the graduates next to me. So let us finish off with a twist of the classic game of Truth or Dare, which I like to call Just Dare. Is everyone ready? I dare you all to raise one hand in the air. Get them up there. I dare you to look at the people next to you and say you did it. I dare you to write this next chapter boldly and bravely. Go do great things, and even more importantly, be great people. Thank you for an amazing 4 years. Next, I'd like to introduce our student-selected keynote speaker, Mr. Rodney DeCepeda. Mr. DeCepeda began his career in education 23 years ago. He earned his BA in biochemistry from Kenyon College and went on to get his master's degree in secondary science education from Slippery Rock University. Mr. DeCepeda became John Hay's head football coach in 2008 and has been a member of the architecture and design family since 2017. Students selected Mr. DeCepeda to be this year's keynote speaker because he represents the epitome of our core values that are essential to the culture of CSAD. Mr. DeCepeda goes above and beyond for his students, from early mornings to provide athletes with extra coaching, to quietly putting in hours of his own time to ensure that project designs come to fruition. Mr. DeCepeda has always made sure we're not only engaged in what we're learning, but supports us throughout the process. He makes the effort to know us and connect with us. And with that, please help me in welcoming Mr. Rodney DeCepeda.
Thank you, Morgan. Good afternoon. To the students in the class of 2025, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for being a blessing to me these past 4 years. And I'm humbled that you asked me to speak today. So I want to take you back to 1994, a while ago, right? I was 20 years old and I just completed my second year of college. And that summer I watched one of the most profound and important movies of all time, The Lion King. Now, a critical scene in the film occurs when Simba sees the spirit of his father, Mufasa, who says to him from the stars and the clouds, "Remember who you are." Remember who you are. It's also my message to you. It's simple, but it's powerful. At that point in the movie, Simba had run away from everything, his past actions, his pain, his responsibilities. He had forgotten who he was, the son of a king, a leader, someone with purpose. And because he forgot who he was, he had lost his way. When I was 20 and watching this movie, I had realized that I had not only forgotten who I was, but I was still trying to figure out, who the heck am I? Some of you might be in a similar place. Remember who you are? Well, who am I? What is my identity? What is my sense of worth, value, and significance? So I want to quickly share with you 3 very important truths that I've learned and believe can help you not just remember who you are, but also assist you on your journey in coming to know who you really are. The first truth is really about who you are not. The second and third truths are about who you actually are. So, truth number 1, You are not what you do. You're not what you do because your performance does not define you. Our world, people around you are constantly and have always measured you by your grades, trophies, your college acceptances, your likes, followers, subscribes on social media, or your future plans. And it's easy to believe the lie that your worth is based on these things and your performance. When I was 20, I believed that lie, which is why in the spring of '94, there was no way I was going to tell my parents I'd already decided not to pursue a career as a doctor and that I had no idea what I was going to do. Earlier that fall during Thanksgiving break, I was hanging out with my buddies from high school, and there was no way I was going to tell them that I lost my starting position on the football team to a freshman, or that I was no longer seeing the girl I had dated the previous 4 years. That year, there were many times that I was depressed, I felt worthless, lonely, and lost, because I bought into the lie that my identity and value was based on what I did, based on my performance. And it's very easy to get caught up into this performance trap, but let me be clear. You are not your GPA. You are not your test scores. You are not your academic or athletic achievements. You're not your scholarships, what school you will or will not be attending, your major, or who you are dating. You're not your future career, your salary, what town or city you're going to live in, or what kind of vehicle you'll be driving. You're also not your mistakes. You're not your regrets, your setbacks, or your failures. Who you truly are doesn't change or disappear when life gets hard or plans alter. Your worth is rooted in something more constant than your performance, something unshakable. You're not a human doing. You are a human being. And because of that alone, you already have infinite worth and dignity. So remember who you are not. So repeat after me if you could. I am not what I do. Thank you. Second truth, you are created for a purpose. You're created for a purpose because you bear the image of greatness. You carry something sacred within you. I'm going to share with you a mystery. You're not just flesh and blood. You are spirit, image bearers of something far greater than yourselves. Like Simba, you, me, all of us here, we have been created in the image of a king. We are literally royalty. And your worth and purpose was sealed long before you performed or achieved anything. Your worth is not a prize to strive for, work toward, or earn. It's grace. It's a gift to receive and to embrace. And this point became very real to me that very same year in college when I learned that back in 1973, when my mom, who had barely been in the country for a year, was at a low income level with children ages 6, 4, 2, and less than a year. Reluctantly, she was being driven to a clinic while carrying her 5th child. And within a few miles of arriving to the hospital, the vehicle slid on the road and was in a minor accident. At that point, my mother saw this as a sign. And against all Filipino tradition, culture, and norms, she spoke up and demanded that the car turn around, for she refused to have an abortion and terminate my life while I was an unborn child in her womb. Hearing that story for the first time when I was 19 overwhelmed me. It produced tidal waves of emotions and thoughts. But one thing I knew for certain, and immediately deep in my heart, I knew that I was created and called for a purpose. And so are you. You were made not just to exist. You're called to lead, to heal, and to restore. There's a calling on your life, and that doesn't necessarily mean a job title or a career path. It means a way of living, a way of being, to love and forgive even when it's difficult, to bring healing to the broken, the abused, and the outcast, to live not just for yourself, but to lift up others. You were created to make a difference, not just by what you do, but by who you are. So, remember who you are. Repeat after me. I am created for a purpose. Last truth, I'll try to be quick here. You are seen and you are loved. Some of you have felt unseen, overlooked, neglected, and maybe even unloved. Here's the truth. You are fully known and completely loved. Similar to the love my mom has for me, the love my wife and I have for our 3 children, and the love that those in this audience have for you. But there exists an even higher love, a love that's not fragile. It doesn't waver based on your performance or your popularity. It runs deeper than approval or awards. It is sacrificial and unconditional. That love is the same yesterday, today, and forever. You are loved not if, you're loved not when. You are loved simply because you are. And that kind of love is the foundation you can build your life on. Living from an identity knowing that you're unconditionally loved and accepted, it leads to freedom. You're not striving to perform for approval, work for acceptance, or needing validation. When you believe that you are fully known and still unconditionally loved, your actions flow from a place of confidence, peace, and joy. So, remember who you are. Repeat after me. I am seen and loved. Awesome. In conclusion, your identity is not achieved, it's received. Don't just chase a career, live your calling. Don't strive for acceptance, but receive unconditional love, agape love. So, as your teacher, I want us to review. So if you, and actually those in attendance, could repeat after me. I am not what I do. I am created for a purpose. I am seen and loved. Class of 2025, our wonderful yet broken world doesn't just need what you can do. It needs who you are. So when people in our society try to define you by your successes or your failures or your status, stop, breathe, be still, remember who you are, and know whose you are. Thank you again for being a blessing to me. I will miss you, and I love you. Congratulations.
Sorry, folks, missed my cue. Okay. So at this time, I'd like to welcome Mr. DeCipeta back up to the podium. You behind me? Okay. Okay, so on the behalf of the Cleveland School of Architecture and Design, Class of 2025, we would like to bestow upon Mr. DeCipeta this token of appreciation for everything that he has done for our school.
If you're an educator on stage, please rise to be recognized. On-stage guests, please remain standing during the conferring. I'll ask the board member Jones to step up for me, of diplomas. We are pleased to share that as they pick up their diploma, graduates will also receive a certificate from CMSD to pick up a free laptop from PCs for People to take with them into their digital journey beyond high school.
How do you pronounce your name? Is it Utley? How do you pronounce your name? Ms. Utley, class advisor and faculty, do you attest to the fact that these students have satisfactorily completed the requisite course of study prescribed by the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce?
I certify that all the students on this stage today have met all of the educational requirements of the state of Ohio and the Cleveland Metropolitan School District and have passed all of the required parts of the Ohio State test. These students are ready now to receive their diplomas.
Then on behalf of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Board of Education, I have the high honor to bestow upon you, members of the Cleveland School of Architecture and Design 2025 graduating class, your high school diplomas, along with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Morgan Overby. Eric Williams. Sara Gutierrez Bernal. Renee Smith. Walter Crenshaw. Nyla Swanson. Logan Simon. Desavelli Warren. Triani Scott. Amaya Sharp. Jamira Abbott. Amario Battle. Keith Bowles. Darian Bryant. Lachelle Cleary. Willante Congress. Unity Culver. Cordell Dawson. Aiden De Silva. Michael Douglas. Asia Ferguson. Lathan Ford. Kalia Gill. Taylor Gordon. Jalen Gregory. Gavin Hall. Antoine Harvey. June Hawkins. Kaya Hines. Samaj Howard. Tanaya Jackson. Daniel Jameson. Vanaya Johnson. Evan Kelly. Trayvon Lee. Day Charles Lockwood. Terrell Lynn. Darcia Marshall. Ariel Martin. Courtney McKinney. Christian McKinney. Jaden Middleton. Zanasia Moreland. Precious Nabintu. Jawan Orr. DePaul Palmore. Dylan Payne. Michael Philpott. Luanelis Rivera. Ramon Rodriguez. Deshaun Rosser. Michaela Rowell. Kennedy Russell. Michael Seed. Kimari Simmons. Kentada Simmons. Valentino Smith. Deanna Stewart. Savannah Tate. Brooklyn Thomas. Devon Thomas. Peticiana Thomas. Kendall Thornton. Isaac Wiley. Timothy Willis. DeAnton Wilson.
Do I say all? No, just this, okay? Just this, right? That's all right. On behalf of the Board of Education, the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Mayor Justin Bibb, and Chief Executive Officer Dr. Warren Morgan II, I wish to congratulate the young men and women of the Cleveland School of Architecture and Design, class of 2025, their parents and families.
At this time, we ask that all graduating seniors please stand, and the advisors to take your place at the front of the class for the turning of the tassel.
We're almost there. We're almost there. So I have the honor of doing your last 3 or 4 activities as a high school student or a CMSD student. Because after this part is done, you're about to be an alumni of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. So I have three different activities left for you to do. So one, we're going to turn the tassels, not yet. We're going to do an alma mater. We're going to I'm going to need you to clear the aisles. I know you want them. I know you want to celebrate. So I'm going to need you to clear the aisle so when we recess, you can do your last activity, taking a class picture of a John Hay Architecture and Design student, and then you can have them. Can we do that? All right, all right. So the tassel is worn on the right side of the motorboard as a symbol of change. I hereby declare the Cleveland School of Architecture and Design, class of 2025, to be graduates of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. You may now move your tassel
from the left to the right side of your motorboard. This is a sign that you're an alumni of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to invite all graduates, staff, and John Hay alumni to please stand and join us in singing the John Hay alma mater. You can open up your program and find the words right there. Here we go. Let our hearts be filled with knowledge, purge our souls with flame. Tell the world we truly love you and revere your name. Throw your gates of wisdom open, spread your learning far. Let your torch so brightly burning be our guiding star. Let us follow ever faithful paths, both right and true. All our fame we proudly offer, dear John Hay, to you. Yeah! I love you guys. I'm so proud of you.